But he's my friend. So was I.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Preemptive Strike Spoilercast. We have a variety of guests here today. Off the top of my head, I want to go with Mr. Reapers first to do his introduction. So, Reapers, introduce yourself.
Hey, you know who it is. It's me. Marvel's still kicking DC's ass. Spoiler. Oh, it's a Spoilercast.
Well, be lucky Brian isn't here to hear that. So, we have Mr. Dom. Introduce yourself, good sir.
How's it going, guys? I'm glad to be on the... I think this is my first time on a Spoilercast, so it's pretty great to be on here, and I'm ready to talk about Civil War.
Before we finish introducing everyone else, I must say Spoilercast, so spoiler alert. Please do not try to complain about spoilers when it's in the title saying it's a Spoilercast. I'm just saying this in general.
You're an idiot if you do.
And we have Mr. Devil Hunter James. Introduce yourself, good sir.
How's it going, guys? Good to be back. And yeah, DC still sucks.
Alright. Mr. Arcane Magic 514. Introduce yourself, good sir. Alright, Brandon, now is not the time to be a fucking mime.
The one time when he was talking all this good shit a second ago about people being ripped. Now he's ripped.
Yeah.
Maybe he got kicked in his chest.
Ha! This mess with you guys. Hey, this is douchebag Ken.
See that you? Oh, fuck you, good sir. Fuck you.
Yeah, nice cover up for you.
Yeah, okay. Hey, everybody. Glad to be on the Spoilercast, and my god, DC, stop making terrible live-action movies.
Damn, everyone this has turned into a DC roast. For sure. Well, I guess last but not least, we have Mr. Kaneki. Introduce yourself.
This is Kaneki, and I will want to see Iron Man get beat up some more, because that was the way to end it.
Oh, yeah. That was great.
Ooh, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers on a spoiler cast. I mean, oh my god, we don't want to wake up the neighbors. But
Is that what she said?
no, Dom, shut up.
God damn it.
He said no, Dom. Shut up.
But I guess we could, I could do the first question, which is kind of obvious for me, but which side were you on throughout Captain America Civil War? Were you on Team Cap or Team Iron Man? Team Cap? Hype?
I didn't have life. I didn't.
I was kind of neutral.
I didn't.
I was Team Spider-Man.
Same.
Spider-Man.
I thought that because of the tone of the film and how Tony Stark was progressively turning into a government shield from General Ross, I figured that Team Cap naturally would be the side to lean on the most, considering that, you know, even though the heroes were doing a lot of collateral damage, the point was that they did save a lot more lives than humanly possible, even though there was some collateral involved with it. So, I really liked Team Cap, and plus, most of all, they had more people that I was on the side of the most as opposed to Team Iron Man. It just seemed like Team Iron Man was the team where, oh, you'd be on there for a while and that's it. And in the comic book, Spider-Man went from Team Iron Man to Team Cap, so yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you know, let's be real about this, though. The movie was called Captain America Civil War. Obviously, Team Cap was going to win this.
Yeah, well, Brandon, it's funny that you say that. Do you think that they shoehorn that just to make a sequel, or do you think that it should have not been a Captain America movie? It should have been a more Civil War movie. I don't think the name would have caught on though if it was just like Civil War.
No, well, they've been calling it Marvel Civil War, so people will catch on eventually. But I think you should just call it Marvel Civil War and just call it Captain America Civil War, because it wasn't necessarily about Captain America. It was more like an actual Civil War. So it was kind of one-sided against Team Iron Man.
I was thinking maybe the Avengers, Civil War, something like that. That could make some sense.
Yeah, Avengers.
Yeah, Avengers Civil War would have been really nice, actually.
Should have been Captain America and Bucky Avengers.
Shut up.
Oh my god.
The adventures of Cap and Bucky.
But does anyone else have any more opinions on this question? What about you, Kaneki? Were you Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
Throughout most of the movie, without Spider-Man, Team Cap.
Okay. Alright. Good to see some opinions there. So, I guess since we're doing this randomized on the Google Doc, people can choose off which questions that they want. So, that's question number 1 done. I'm going to highlight that off. I need someone to read the second question. So, I want Brandon. Oh, you, Dom? You want to go first?
Yeah, I can take it unless if you want Brandon to go.
You know what?
Actually, don't have the doc up because I'm trying to preserve power for this thing because it will mess up Discord. So sorry.
Okay, Scrub. Well, Dom,
Where
you
did
go
you
ahead.
post it, Ren?
It's in the general chat.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I can read off the next one. So we'll do number 4. What other characters would you have personally included into Civil War? I don't really know. I guess they could have gotten... I mean, they have a lot to pick from in terms of the MCU, so... you know, either... Because I know they put in Black Panther, and Black Panther is supposed to be getting a movie, but I guess they could have pulled from any of the other planned movies that they have yet to release, so... I don't know.
I think maybe they should have got people from the Netflix series like Punisher or something like that. That would have been pretty cool.
Wait, was he involved in Civil War?
Yes, he was actually in the comic books. I think what happened was a lot of people... I just heard about this. I really haven't seen it. But I heard that he gets Spider-Man and he takes him back to the Avengers base and they label the Punisher as a psychopath. They're like, fine, you know, leave the kid here, but we don't want nothing to do with you because you kill people and all this sort of stuff. So they sort of, you know, turn the cheek to him and take Spider-Man so he can get medical aid. So that happens in the comic book, but that does not happen in the movie. I think what happens is he gets like winded or injured or something like that, and then he just stops fighting. So that's kind of... I didn't like the way that turned out, but at least, you know, we'll get to the Spider-Man questions later, so that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
So, number 4, does anyone else have any opinions?
Who else can you add? Well, they could have added Quicksilver, but you know how that turned out. And I read somewhere that Thor and Hulk were gonna be in it though, but they got scrapped.
Isn't that because... Now, this is kind of a lame reasoning, but isn't it because they have... Well, I don't know about the Hulk. I don't think he has any movies upcoming, but I know Thor does with Ragnarok.
I think it was confirmed that Hulk was gonna be in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, oh, so that might be why. I don't... Man, they should have got, like, everyone they could out of the comic book. I would personally say I would just like to see Punisher. That's my opinion because he was in there. Yeah, the X-Men,
Well,
of course, they
he's
aren't
already
gonna
in
work.
the X-Men.
I mean...
Wolverine's part of Avengers too.
He is? Oh, shit.
I mean, yeah, it is Marvel, James. But the reasoning behind that is the whole fact that I think Fox still owns the X-Men license.
Yeah, they do
fuck
actually.
Fox.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic about that, but yeah, that's unfortunate.
I know, it struck something up still.
Because last I checked, a good portion of X-Men were part of Civil War, if I remember correctly.
I know this is a bit of a side topic and it might diverge a little bit, but considering how Disney and Marvel kind of settled the deal with Sony to get Spider-Man on for this, do you think they should maybe do that with Fox to get some X-Men in?
Yes, because they're doing
Nightcrawler hype.
Nightcrawler, yes, Nightcrawler.
Yeah, Nightcrawler, Magneto, Wolverine, you know, all the best X-Men that they can get should definitely be on there. So they can spread them out for some movies. They can make the MCU bigger with Spider-Man already on board.
Alright.
So,
You know what's funny though? Hugh Jackman actually wanted to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, really? But I guess, that fell through the
Fox
wayside.
reasons.
Yeah. Ah, that sucks. But I guess we can move on to the next question if you guys are finished with this one.
Did Kaneki and Reapers want to go, or?
Yeah. What about you, Reapers?
Alright, let me pick one. What was the best action scene, in your
That's
opinions?
easy.
Airport scene.
Yeah, the airport.
The airport and the chase scene between Cap and Black Panther.
That chase scene was awesome too because I think that whole scene with Bucky grabbing the fucking motorcycle out of midair.
I was just like,
was the
that's
funniest
so Matrix. That looks so Matrixy.
It
That
does.
was the funniest scene. You punched that motherfucker straight off.
I was like, all right, Neo.
Nobody's business.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that was like just the crazy stuff that they were doing, and the fact that I don't know, Black Panther was like a cheetah man. He was just catching up, knocking Bucky off his bike, and then that whole scene where it culminated with them getting arrested. It's pretty exciting. And even before that, where they were fighting on the building and they were running down the stairway and just cops were getting their ass kicked. I loved it.
Man, slaughter.
Yeah, it was so much mayhem, you can't help not to like it. But the airport scene was very special because it was all the heroes fighting and using their powers, which is basically what everyone wanted to see.
Right.
So I think that's what the Russo brothers got down with, that was because that we all came to see this big culmination, this big fight, and it just climaxed in that one scene. You get to see Spider-Man doing this thing for a lengthy period of time. I thought it was great. I don't think that any other action scene could top that, but to all the action they had in there.
Would you say that it's better than any DC TV show fighting?
I don't know. I don't really watch DC TV shows.
It was actually pretty good, so I suggest you check
Well,
those out.
that says something already.
But hold on, you guys carry on. I'm gonna be right back.
All right.
Alright.
Well, yeah, DC TV shows are actually awesome. I like their movies.
I dislike it, and the fact that Flash is not gonna be in Justice League is fucking stupid.
Wait,
he's
wait,
not?
what? He's not gonna be in Justice League? What? What?
I mean, he is, but just not the actor from the TV show.
Oh, yeah, that's old news.
That's dumb. Like, what's
Yeah,
the
it
whole
is
point of
dumb,
watching that show then?
Yeah, like shoot, give us a Green Arrow and the Flash in Justice League movie.
Yeah, like I was saying before, I got a bit interrupted. I don't watch any DC TV shows. I heard Arrow was pretty good. But other than that, I would say it's definitely on a level where the production has increased. Like, you watch Daredevil, that's street level stuff, and then you watch this and it's like, holy shit. You see Ant-Man being launched off of Arrow with Hawkeye as support. You see, just Division ripping shit up, and there's some big special effects going on. So yeah, I think that they definitely upped the quality when it came to that fight.
Alright.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we can move on to the next question. Does Kaneki want to take it?
Sure thing.
Mhm.
What was the most shocking moment?
Well, for me,
Oh, that's kind of.
Oh, I know what Ren's gonna say.
yeah, I'm going to say that it was Tony Stark's dad getting his ass beat by the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And getting punched in the face with the metal arm. I was like, oh my god, okay.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
he
that,
fucking
and
eviscerated them.
not only that, plus on when Iron Man shot off his arm, like, oh snap, he shot his arm off.
Oh yeah, when he was trying to pull out Tony's, chest piece,
Just
and then he
What?
just shot his arm. That was
even with surprise, motherfucker, and shot his arm off.
yeah. Go ahead, Dom.
Yeah, I think, I definitely agree. Just seeing that revelation that, the people that Bucky ended up killing were Tony's parents. You can tell, like, right in that scene where, Tony Stark is just, like, almost furious because it's like he went through his entire life not knowing what happened to his parents other than they just were killed. And knowing that Captain America is trying to defend somebody that, murdered his parents, you can kind of understand why he's, pitted against them towards that final fight scene.
Yeah, a little fairness to Bucky. He was mind controlled, so he controls his own actions.
Yeah, but I was saying during the movie that I don't think that Tony Stark really knew that. So when he got pissed and he saw that footage, I was like, okay, there's no convincing him. There's no way that Captain America is going to say, oh, well, just calm down, trying to save this guy, he's my friend. At that point, it was on. So I could see why he punched him in the face, because it was like, he just saw his parents get ripped apart.
He basically thought that he was defending a murderer.
But there's that whole ideal that you cannot get away with so much stuff going on in the world and destroying everything as a superhero.
Ah, the ideology.
Yeah, ideology. I could see both sides, but it's interesting how they tried to make you, choose and all that sort of stuff. And you can see both sides, so I thought that was pretty cool.
At least they actually came up with good reasoning for why they're fighting, because they could have went really poorly, where they just came up with some cop-out idea, and then, everyone would have complained that the plot was really bad for it.
Yeah, but ultimately, I mean, I would save that answer for later, because I kind of want to see what people think about that. It's not on the doc, but I'll be sure to answer it later in terms of like how it ended. But which question did we answer again?
We did 7 and 8.
7 and 8. Okay, best action sequence and the complaints about. No, wait.
Yeah, it's
most shocking moment. Okay.
Best action sequence. Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
So, which one should we move on to next? Anyone want to take it? Or should I read it off?
I can take it if nobody wants to take it.
Okay.
So, we'll do number 3. With the introduction of Black Panther into this movie, what did you think of his appearance within Civil War? I didn't think it was
Can
bad.
I go first?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first with this one. I was really more excited to see Black Panther than Spider-Man, honestly, because we see Spider-Man a lot on the silver screen and TV shows and this and that. Black Panther is like easily one of the most underrated superheroes out there. Quite frankly, man, his role in this movie was just made me smile. The fact that he has awesome action sequences, yeah, I like his role.
He was fast as fuck. He was like he outran Cap, and then I was thinking like, yeah, this dude is pretty, durable. He can tank hits even without his suit, which was
suit.
Yeah, even without the suit, he was getting like beat up by Bucky without the suit on. So when he had on the vibranium and he was just tanking hits, it was like, yeah, there's a force to be reckoned with. I like how they set him up too, with the fact that his dad died, and he was trying to get revenge for his dad dying. So
it was actually on screen rather than off screen.
Yeah, I'll definitely say that the way that they did him in Civil War has definitely got me intrigued for the Black Panther standalone movie that they have planned.
It better be the same actor.
It is. They're always they're always the same actor throughout the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They only really changed them if the old actors worked on something else that wasn't MCU related.
Right.
But yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, it's got me intrigued for that standalone movie, and I don't know if I should be talking about this now, but that final scene where you see, Cap, Bucky, and him all in that location in
Wakanda
jungle. Yep.
Yeah.
Wakanda.
To me, it just feels like they might use that for maybe a Black Panther sequel or something like that, or any of the other like Avenger-related stuff.
Yeah, I could see that. I thought that that he was pretty cool. His suit is basically OP as fuck. Like it's the most OP shit out there.
It is
And he was
vibranium.
hype.
It's a step below adamantium, right?
Yeah, yes, but Wakandan vibranium can like repel kinetic energy.
That's interesting. I did not know that.
He's fucking OP. If he was in Marvel, he'd be like the most OP fucking person ever.
Nah,
Like,
I'm pretty sure that
Infinite super armor.
I'm pretty sure that vibranium would probably lose to Magneto's powers, considering the fact that he controls metal.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
But
about that.
I like this intro. It was really good. How they set it up to be really emotional, and then you can really see why he's fighting for what he is. And the Wakanda element of them saying, stuff about vibranium, I thought that was explained well. A lot of people tend to miss this fact because I don't know if they were not paying attention or whatever, but they did explain where it come from. So, yeah.
Right. I'm also pretty excited for the movie that he's going to be in because his director is actually a guy that made Creed, that one boxing movie that had Rocky Balboa in it.
Ironically, he's actually in the Marvel Cinematic Universe too. Black Panther, to be specific.
So that's going to be interesting because Creed had a lot of good action scenes.
And also that scene where he was talking to Hawkeye, and he's like, "Hey, my name is Clint. I don't care."
He was like, whatever.
I don't think we met.
Just like
I
this.
don't think I give a shit.
I don't think I give a fuck.
Focal?
Just a strong African accent, and it's like
I liked his accent. That was charming.
yeah. So does anyone else have any opinions on Black Panther and what they would like to see him in after his solo movie is done? Nope.
Netflix.
See him get a sequel.
Yeah, well, I would say a sequel is the most worthy thing to think about. So I'm gonna strike through this, and I guess someone could
You
move
also
on.
missed
I got one.
8 and 7, by the way, in terms of strike through.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do one because I managed to get a down cup now.
Yeah, go ahead.
But number 11, with the Civil War II comic book coming out, or already came out, where Tony goes against Captain Marvel. Carol Davis, the female version, you know that? Yeah.
Yes,
What do
she
you
is.
think of the movie adaptation? Do you think there will be a movie adaptation? I hope so, considering her movie's coming out soon.
Yeah, like it makes sense because their movie's coming out. And they can strike while the iron is hot and do a sequel since they already have a comic book of this established. I just don't know if it's interesting or not because this is something that I did not hear about the least. I just know it exists. That's about it.
I found out on Free Comic Book Day. I got the first issue.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good so far. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm on Team Captain Marvel because she's fine. Don't judge me.
Oh my god.
Of course you are.
Yeah, the thirst is real on this cast.
But all seriousness though, I do like her character, which is why I'm on her team.
Alright. Dom, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was going to say that I do agree that I think that, they'll probably strike when the iron's hot. Given that we know that the sales for this movie has been, going through the roof and slapping DC in the face with Batman v Superman, I think that they'll do it. Will they do it soon? I don't know. I think that I think Infinity Wars is probably more likely to come out first, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think that Infinity War, they're gonna set that up. I think all of Phase 3 that they're doing right now, they're gonna set that up first, and then they're gonna announce the Phase 4 stuff, which is probably not gonna be until late 2020 and from there on out. So hopefully we see one down that line. Does anyone else have any opinions on them doing a Civil War 2 movie? And what would you like to see if they did one? Like, I personally would like to see the stakes raised if they're going to do that. I would like to see it follow the comic book, but stakes definitely need to be raised because they need to top the first movie. So,
well, all I'll say is Spider-Man better be on Captain Marvel's team because he is on team.
oh, so he's on her side this time. That's interesting how that plays out. They're ready to
Well,
be.
yeah, there's a lot of history between them. Just saying, you know.
From real quick, I looked up this image for Civil War 2. It looks like Daredevil is also in this.
Oh,
and
yes!
He's on Captain America's side.
Yes,
Yep.
Daredevil. This is.
No, he's on. No, he's Iron Man side.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's on. Here, hold on. Let me show this image. I think you guys will want to see this. But
I will. Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I would like to see Spider-Man say, "Iron Man, get the fuck out. I'm going to Team Cap in part 2."
I don't think that is Captain America even in Civil War 2 or not.
Yes, but I think it's I forgot what what's his name is? Falcon's name is the character name.
Falcon.
Yeah, he
Falcon?
is. Yeah, but he's Captain America now. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I think this leads into a question in the document. That's question number 5, so I'll save my answer for that too.
Ren just wants the Punisher to be in the movie.
Wait, you said Falcon's gonna be Captain America?
No, he is Captain America.
Falcon?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Black Falcon.
I remember the Punisher was Captain America for a while.
Oh
So
my god.
put up 2 images here on the chat for Civil War 2, and you can see some of the characters in the lineup.
Looks generally the same, except is that Deadpool?
Yeah,
Yes, Deadpool.
Why is it? What?
Deadpool.
What? Oh boy.
You know,
looks like War Machine switch sides as well.
That makes sense because, you know, like, Iron Man probably paid him a lot of money.
No, speaking of which, Renegade, did they switch out on Steve and and Falcon again? Because I don't see him as Captain America this time.
I don't know, but like I said, it ties into question number 5. So I'm wondering, are they gonna keep the storyline consistent with that? I don't know if they are, to be honest, but if there's some swapping going on, it's definitely questionable.
All right, well, let's move on to number 5 because I got something to say about that at least.
Okay,
I'll let you go first.
I can read that off. Considering the differences in the ending from the comic book aftermath, where the death of Captain America occurred, as opposed to the movie ending where Cap and Tony settled their differences, which ending would you prefer tonally? Damn, I think if Cap died, that'd be pretty fucking sad if that happened in the movie. I think it would have more emotion because this leads into another question. A lot of people thought that there wasn't enough deaths in the movie. But then again, with the MCU, they are setting up the fact that they want these people to have these movies so they can move on to the Avengers Infinity War. So I think that killing them probably would have been futile in that case, considering that if you kill the character, then that means that probably no more movie or no Avengers Infinity War.
Now, here's the thing, though. With Marvel Cinematic Universe, death has no meaning. Because if you've seen the first Avengers, Coulson died, but yet he's still alive.
Yeah,
This character died, but yet he's still alive. That character died, but he's still alive. Death literally has no meaning until you actually see him blow up to tiny pieces.
Yeah, so tonally, I think the death of Captain America would have kind of made a little bit more sense, especially if they swapped out him being replaced by Falcon or Bucky, because a lot of people want to see Bucky as Captain America again.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up too, because Bucky was Captain America at one point. So if Cap does die, one or the other can be Captain America, preferably Bucky.
Yeah, I definitely agree. If I'm not mistaken, there was also another. I don't think it was Civil War. I think it was for a different comic where Captain America turns himself in. But yeah, I mean, if they would have killed him off, I think it would have left a bigger impact because it would have. I guess it would have showed like how much he's willing enough to fight for his beliefs. As a Marvel hero.
Yeah.
Not only that, how much of a toll that would be if Iron Man actually kills him.
Yeah.
Damn, then, man, if that happened, then I swear, I think everyone in the entire comic book universe who liked Marvel would hate Iron Man. Because, like, oh, Tony, you're a dick in this movie. Oh my god, you killed him. You're even more of a dick.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, like,
Yeah.
I mean, having Iron Man kill Captain America, it would have made a huge impact. I think it would have been, would have given him that realization that, there was no reason to fight to begin with, and you literally just killed a man for having a difference of opinion in terms of what should be done with the Avengers.
SJW.
and in Civil War, we all know war is pretty ugly. So yeah, it's like no one really wins at war, and I think that would have been a lot more expressive if Steve died, because then it's like, there's consequences. That's a major dent in the Avengers. But it's like Brandon said also, death is meaningless, so they could always bring him back, and he could always, just do his thing there if they decide to bring him back and have someone replace him temporarily and try to make a movie out of it. Like I said, I personally would love to see more Winter Soldier stuff, but that's just me.
Yes, Winter Soldier hype.
Yeah, hype.
And also, real quick, I want to touch on something about Civil War 2.
Go ahead.
Judging from this cast, though, in order for them to actually do a sequel, it needs to take place after the Inhumans movie.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
for starters, you see Medusa right there, and I think Black Bolt is a part of this Civil War as well.
So, but real quick, didn't the Inhuman movie get delayed?
Yeah, delayed to 2019, I think.
Damn, 2019. That would be... So, if they did a sequel, that would have to be way after 2019. So,
Too long.
2020, 2025. I would be too old for this shit.
I know, right?
Oh, man. But, that's pretty cool to speculate right now for the time being. But, does anyone else have any opinions on the ending? Do you think that Steve should have died? Do you think that the original ending was fine or not?
Well, no, come to think about it, though. Even if they didn't kill him off, they probably could have done something to him where to a point he couldn't fight for a good while. Just having Bucky to take his place,
You mean like he gets incapacitated?
Yes, like severely injured to a point he literally can't move, so he takes time from the hill. So Bucky can just come in, take the suit, come out with a robotic arm and shield, and good to go.
Yeah, that would have been pretty emotional if they did that. But I think that the reason they probably ended it the way they did was because more movies, more cash, more moolah, and of course more Avenger stuff, which I'm okay with, like, technically in the long run. So that's how I feel about that.
Right.
Alright, let me mark this question off, and we move on to the next one.
You also need to get number 11.
11. Yeah, I got it. Alright then, Dom, you want to take the next one, or let someone else do it?
Yeah, I can do the next one.
Where the hell is James,
so-
by the way? He hasn't done one in a while.
Don't know.
Oh,
Probably
Tell me to
went
do
to
is sleeping again.
He probably went to sleep like a faggot.
Wow, dude. That sucks.
So I'll shoot this man.
throw him
Anyway.
throw him in a volcano.
Anyway,
Unmuted.
number 2. With the big introduction of Spider-Man, what exactly did you think of Tom Holland portraying the role? And do you believe he's the best Spider-Man to date compared to the others? I will say that I did not like his portrayal personally. I think that we definitely needed a little bit of an older, more experienced Spider-Man.
I agree.
I think... Oh, now he's alive. But...
Yeah, I went to the bathroom.
Ren, I think you also brought up a very good point when we talked about this privately, was that what they should have done was have a more experienced Spider-Man and then have Spider-Man get the Iron Spider suit.
Yes,
when
because
he's on the...
How old is he in that movie? 15
he's
or something?
15.
I feel like 18, close to his college years, would have been good.
Yeah, I agree. So, but you were saying, Ren?
I was saying that they could have a more experienced Spider-Man, and then because what we had beforehand was every time we had a Spider-Man movie, it would get rebooted. So instead of focusing on
Because of a bad movie. Ironically.
Yeah, ironically because of a bad movie. But every time that would happen, they would have to retell the origins of Peter Parker over and over again. This time for Spider-Man Homecoming, it doesn't seem like they are doing that, but they establish him as a high schooler, really young, and I guess they want to keep to that format. I think if he was more experienced and he existed around the MCU for a long time, and they would have brought more references to the table, then it would have been a little bit more perfect because you have this older, mature Spider-Man that's been around for a long time, and then his reveal comes up, everyone's happy, and then he gets the Iron Spider costume, which he's supposed to get in Civil War comics anyway. But they went younger. I personally didn't mind Tom Holland's performance. Spider-Man's supposed to be cracking jokes. He's supposed to be talking shit. He's supposed to be, not really too serious. But when the going got tough, he was talking about how he got his powers. I thought that was a nice speech that they had in the movie where he's like, no one knows this. Don't tell Aunt May. I'm just a regular kid. I'm supposed to be doing homework. I'm not supposed to be, playing superhero with you guys. But he got exposed and he did it anyway. So it was this cool dynamic of Peter Parker trying to maintain his life and trying to be Spider-Man at the same time, and it goes into that statement, with great power comes great responsibility. So I think they nailed that part right, but the rest is reserved for Homecoming, because I want to see what comes out of that movie. But I do agree, if he was older, it would have been nice.
I will say really
I
quick.
personally don't like his voice so much.
Yeah,
It seemed
that too.
a little too annoying.
I liked his performance. I feel like he's gonna do really good. He was really funny when he was.
I like this performance as well. I just didn't like his voice, and I hate the fact that he's not experienced as more Spider-Man's.
My favorite scene with him was the whole fact that he was referencing Star Wars, and and that scene where he saw a giant man and he was like, "Holy shit!"
Holy crap.
He was like, "Holy shit!" That was great.
I feel like he's gonna be really good because in the comics he was in high school and you got to see how he was struggling being Spider-Man and also doing school, keeping a girlfriend, stuff like that. He struggled a lot throughout his high school year because of being Spider-Man and at points where he wanted to quit being it. So I feel like it's a good place to have him. I mean, okay, his voice is a little but I mean, like, you're not here to hear his voice. You're here to fucking see Spider-Man, and I'm sure he's gonna do great.
Oh, well, Spider-Man, you gotta hear his voice because it's fucking Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I mean, if you really think about it, if he does really well, he's gonna have more movies of Spider-Man. You'll get to see him grow into his character, and I feel like that's gonna be amazing when he gets older, like the actor and the character. And then
We shall see.
Later on, he'll be even cooler.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. So Mr. James, since you got back, could you read off a question while I strike through question number 2?
Sure. Which ones have we done? Let me see. How about, what, number 12, what are your positives and criticisms of the movie, if any?
Well, actually, that kind of ties in with number 6 for me, so I'll preserve that for 1 second.
All right.
As for criticisms, though, I felt like there could have been slightly more fight scenes, and maybe.
I think he cut out there.
Other than that, I don't have many criticisms.
Alrighty.
On which part, though?
You were kind of cutting out when
You
were...
said something about fight scenes, and then after that, I don't know what you said.
Yeah, you kind of cut out.
But probably because I muted myself, because there's a lot of noise over here as well. So, yeah, sorry.
It's alright, it's fine. Did anyone else want to go next?
I can go.
Alright.
As far as like positives, I really liked that it was constant, non-stop action. It was really fun to watch. My only criticism is, again, going back to the whole Spider-Man thing, was that, we didn't get to see the Iron Spider-Man suit, and I think we just needed a little bit more Spider-Man than what we got. Like, I would have liked to have seen him switch sides from Team Iron Man to Team Cap.
Yeah, his ultimate runtime in the movie was 30 minutes. It was pretty lengthy for the airport scene, but not much else. He had that small interaction with Tony, and that was about it. And then he was in the end credits. But I think more screen time would have been nice because, from what I understand, he was a huge part of the Civil War in the comic books. And also, no Iron Spider, that really sucked. And they were missing a lot of material and other heroes as well, which, some people might look at it as, kind of half-baked, that they aren't using everyone. But at the same time, it was still a good movie. I had a lot of positives for it as well. Some of the fight scenes were incredible. Some great stunt work, great choreography from the team itself at Marvel. So that stuff was pretty good. Each fight scene was entertaining. I can tell you this. I watched Batman v Superman close together with this movie, and there was barely any action in it. I know that we keep bringing up these comparisons, but Civil War, it's inevitable. Like, Civil War had a lot more action, and every time you saw a fight scene on screen, it's just crazy. You see people getting blown up, getting their ass kicked, all that. It's just amazing. It's what a superhero movie is supposed to be. And it can be dark too.
Positive. Here's a one good positive. Zack Snyder's not part of the movie.
Shots fired.
Oh my!
I like that all the superheroes had their moment in the fights. Like, you actually get to see them do their thing, do the little gimmicks. I thought that was really cool. But I kind of wish you spent a little bit more time with Ant-Man and all the other guys, not just Captain America, Bucky, Iron Man.
Yeah, it definitely felt like there was a main central cast, and some people were kind of, on the sidelines. You see them for a while, and then they do their thing, and then that's it. But, for the newcomers having a little bit more spotlight, I think that was a better idea overall, because I think they knew the movie was going to be packed, so they had to be focusing on their origins as much as possible since they were introduced. So, it's mostly positive. The only nitpicks I have is just stuff that's excluded from the comic book.
Yeah, it's just minor stuff.
Yeah. Does anyone else have any positives or negatives for Civil War the movie?
I have a negative though, but that ties into question 6.
Okay. Alright. Fair enough.
If I had a positive, I liked how I think, they generally gave a fair introduction for all the characters, especially characters that are lesser seen, like Black Panther was really good introduction. I think Ant-Man had the least introduction, didn't he? Just kind of show up.
Yeah, he was
here he is
out of nowhere.
I mean,
literally a small.
Other than him, everyone else kind of got a fair introduction.
Well, I think that was because he was in a movie not too long ago. That's probably why.
Yeah, that's true.
But so they just introduced him as, he's this fan of Cap and he's all happy and excited. And he fights, they show a lot more scenes of him fighting and being Giant Man. So I think that was what they were going for with that. But if we're finished with this question, we could move on to the next question. Who wants to take it? Reapers?
Alright. Let's see what we got here.
Alright.
Someone crossed out 12, by the way.
I am on it.
I'll read this
And
one.
number 9.
Yeah.
Already at 9.
I'll read this one since Brandon mentioned it. Number 6. What did you think of Baron Zemo? His drastic change from the comics and his role to do whatever it takes to destroy the Avengers from behind the scenes.
Who will go first?
Go ahead.
Go. Okay. Well, actually, I found Baron Zemo to be very, very underwhelming here. Considering he played a much disruptive role in the comic books, see him just be like an average Joe civilian trying to destroy the Avengers. I at least he kept one aspect right, but he was just meh altogether.
Yeah,
He kind of just seemed like a manipulator most of the movie.
yeah. For people who didn't know or didn't pay attention, Baron Zemo was prominent in the comics, but here he's like that guy that's like going around torturing people, and at the end he kind of like tries to kill himself, and then he has that monologue with Black Panther saying how he wanted to destroy the Avengers and everything. He's that guy. He's supposed to have a bigger role than that, but it felt like he was very behind the scenes, which I'm gonna be brutally honest, I don't think that's the best way to flesh out a character. You kind of want to get to know them a little bit more, and of course he did some sinister shit, but you kind of want to get to know him. You want to get inside his head. You want to know his intentions, and it didn't feel like you were getting that when it came to his role. It was like, oh, you know, I
Hopefully
go.
in the next movie he's in.
If you guys want to see what Baron Zemo looks like in the comic books, it's in the chat.
Yeah, he looks
Probably
pretty
looks
awesome.
like a super Nazi.
I think he has a suit, but in the movie he did not. He just looked like average Joe, like Brandon said. So, I don't think that was a great way to keep the character consistent like that. Oh, I go around, I torture someone. On to the next thing. Time to fuck up the
Alright, I
Avengers.
gotta raise my hand on this.
Yeah,
Alright.
go ahead.
That picture of him, he looks like a fucking sock.
He doesn't
I
suck.
I was gonna say the one from the movie. I don't know why, but I always got this vibe from him, like he kind of looked like a fucking discount Tobey Maguire. Like he literally they could have had him playing as a fucking Spider-Man, like a more experienced Spider-Man if they wanted to.
Yeah, but he's like German, right? So it doesn't really work.
In the movie, they had him speak German and Russian and English. But if they had him speaking in English, and not give him or not make him do an accent, I'm sure it could have worked.
Maybe.
That's a possibility, but I don't know.
So, what did everyone else think of Baron Zemo? You have any more opinions, or should we move on to the next one?
I think he was kind of forgettable compared to all the heroes that were there. That's
Yeah.
my opinion.
He's
That's
just an asshole.
He's just an asshole, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was an asshole who... The only thing I remember him for was manipulating Winter Soldier. That was it.
yeah, that scene was kind of cool too. But other than that, he really didn't do much else in the
was
movie
mad.
that you've seen. Yeah, he was just mad and pissed off, and he tried to kill himself at the end, and that was it. As soon as Black Panther caught his ass, that was about it.
No, really quick, did the comic did he have like different motivations within the comic compared to the movie, or were they the same?
He was a Nazi. That's basically what was it. As far as I remember, because it's a lot of history with these guys. But yeah, he's just evil. He works for Red Skull and whatnot.
Yeah,
Right, because in the movie it was, oh, well, I tried to kill the Avengers because they killed my family.
Hell
Due to
Hydra.
all the destruction.
Yeah, I don't...
Yeah, that,
Hell Hydra. You know what? I'm kind of glad that this is diverging, but I'm kind of glad they said that line in the movie, because it was quite. I quote that part because they used to say it in like Winter Soldier and all that other stuff. So that was kind of fun to hear that again.
thanks to that Winter Soldier movie, Hell Hydra became a bigger meme.
Yeah, it became a meme. But I was kind of glad to hear it. Hell Hydra. So
Here comes Hey Hydra.
Hell Water.
Oh shit, what up?
So I need someone to take number 10 for me.
I can do it.
All right.
Considering how critically acclaimed the movie is, do you think that this sets a precedent for comic book movies? And I say absolutely. Given the
Yes.
abomination that was Batman v Superman, I think Marvel is setting a very good precedent when it comes to how you do a comic book movie right.
And I'm gonna just reiterate here. I mean, I don't want people to see this and say, "Oh well, everyone's just shitting on Batman v Superman and all this other stuff." I've seen the movie. I've given it a fair shake. To me, it is really boring. It it takes more setup than an origin movie, and that is not how you establish a movie. It's supposed to be a sequel to Man of Steel. So you're already over the origin story, but now you have to set up Batman, and at the same time, it's just some questionable stuff going on. He's killing people. You don't have the initial fight until almost at the tail end of the movie, and it's 10 minutes of boredom. It's just basically Superman getting raped by Batman, and it's not fun. It's not a fun fight. You just see Superman get stomped, and that's it. No effort at all. So,
here's my take on that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I hate that movie. It was an insult to my intelligence.
Yeah.
I thought for Batman fans it would be stupid because he's killing people. Like, I thought Batman's whole thing is he doesn't kill people no matter
to
what.
give you a little history lesson, back in the 40s and 50s, I believe, he did kill people, but they made him better by giving him a round role.
The thing is, though, it's been a really long time since then. They kind of changed some stuff around from what I've seen.
Well, the only justification for that is probably Robin being dead, but that's about it. There's literally no reason why he's doing that.
I mean, I'm not a big Batman fan, but I didn't like that they made him start killing people. I just thought it wasn't good for his character.
Big difference to me is that, like, Batman vs Superman, they stopped fighting over a fucking person's name. In Civil War, they stopped fighting because one of the participants couldn't fucking walk anymore.
Yeah, at least they had something, a memorable reason, or something sad at least, compared to, oh, you know my fucking mom's name, like, really?
Yeah, dude, because you get to the end of the movie and you see that War Machine, he's all fucked up. He can't barely walk anymore. He's on this machine.
He was in cardiac arrest, practically.
Yeah, he was literally almost dead, and
yeah, he was.
This is something that strengthened the end of the fight, because you have Captain America and you have Iron Man. It all culminates. You know, Bucky gets his arm blown off, and at that point, you just want them to stop, because it's like your favorite characters, they're destroying each other, as opposed to Batman v Superman, where it's like. They scream
done it all wrong.
Yeah, they scream out one name and they stop fighting, and it's like, oh my god, come on.
Anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic.
Like, oh my god, you pushed F to pay respects.
Yeah, this movie sets a big precedent to what needs to be a comic book movie. Good action, good characters, good suspense. If you don't have any of that, and you try to pull the same shit that Zack Snyder did, then your movie's gonna flop. It's really like just a movie, but it has to have that same quality as a good movie and same qualities as a good comic book movie. So yeah, that's what I think of that.
You know, it's actually kind of funny though. This is like a back and forth thing between these two companies. In the 90s, DC made good movies until Batman and Robin came out. We don't talk about that. Marvel made god-awful movies, or had a lot of bad movies though, but at the same time they had like a mixed bag between X-Men and Spider-Man, right? So again, and then DC made good movies with the Dark Knight trilogy, except for the last one. And then here they are again with Man of Steel and onward. They're making bad movies, and Marvel's trumping them again. So like, it's an endless game between these two.
Hold on, has DC made anything good aside from the Batman movies? Because I don't remember anything noteworthy outside of Batman.
I think maybe the old Superman movies with Christopher Reeve. Maybe those were, you know,
the first two at least.
The first two
garbage.
The last two were crap. But off the top of my head, that's all I remember. Catwoman was shit.
That's not even Catwoman.
God,
that's not Catwoman. Woman, don't if you dare say her name in vain.
We don't talk about that movie. It's one of those movies that makes fucking Troll 2 or The Room or any fucking god-awful movie look good.
God,
you take that back.
Damn.
That's great.
Dude, no. Oh man, it's worse than Electro. Worse than Electro.
Okay, all right, then you know what, Dom, I'll take that. So Tommy Wiseau is much better than Zack Snyder, confirmed.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. If he decided to come out and be like, "Yo, I'm directing Fan 4 Stick," I would fucking watch that to hell and back.
Oh my god.
Fan 4 Stick.
But back on the topic at hand, what does everyone else think Do you think that this sets a precedent for raising the bar, so to speak, and a certain bar that needs to be met for comic book movies in general?
Yeah, I mean, Marvel's been raising the bar like ever since Phase 1, and DC has been struggling to reach it.
After Dark Knight Rises, technically Man of Steel, they dropped it hard.
I feel like the only time they kind of were neck and neck in terms of like making good movies was like when Spider-Man came out. That was a big rise for Marvel with Tobey Maguire, and then DC had Batman, the Batman trilogy come out, and that was pretty much their rise in my opinion. That's when I kind of feel like they were evenish. For the time,
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as that equal Battlefield, I agree.
Yeah, to conclude, I think that it's gotten to that point where I'm kind of glad that DC is pretty much shoving Zack Snyder out of the door, because they're getting more people on board to supervise him. So if he makes a fuck up, then they have the gun to his back.
This man is on probation from movies.
Yeah.
Seriously, man. This Batman v Superman was so bad, they reorganized their entire live action area. How does that work?
Yeah. It's like, I don't think they want to run any more risk of having a bad movie, considering the fact that they know that the DC Extended Universe is important to them, especially in the future where all their movies come out. You don't want this one guy helming all your shit, and then he's making terrible movies that people don't like, and then the biggest movie of all time, Batman and Superman on screen, it gets lackluster reviews, and it gets shut out by Civil War.
Yeah, like, no, shoot, like, my God. I then when I lost words, man, like, how did you fuck this up?
I don't know, but
Zack Snyder.
I'll say this, as far as Marvel goes, just keep up the good work. Everything's looking pretty great. Doctor Strange, I looked at that trailer, and I'm kind of excited from what I see, to be honest.
They have a trailer now?
Yeah, they've been had a trailer.
Yeah,
you missed it.
They do.
Yeah, I'm behind that stuff a little bit.
Brandon, you literally see. You know what? I'm not even gonna say anything, because I want you to see that scene where what is it? Doctor Strange gets knocked out, and what happens afterwards, and it's pretty spectacular.
All right, I'll check it out.
So yeah, you need to see that like ASAP. But what does everyone else think?
We're on question 13.
Yes, I mean not 13, 11, I think. No, not 11, 10,
No.
10. My bad. 10.
No, yeah, I already said my piece on that one. What about Kaneki? I don't think
No comment.
No comment.
Really? You don't think that for the future of comic book movies that this sets like a high bar of expectations?
I'll have to wait and see. So far, no comment still.
No, I have to say this though. DC needs to take notes on how to make their movies more modernized and more choreographed.
Well,
More like whoever their director is.
speaking of DC, not to, I don't want to change the topic, but did y'all hear Harley Quinn is like getting her own movie?
Yes, I heard about that.
That could be
Or
good.
possible.
That smells iffy.
That could be good or bad depending on the circumstance. Like, I don't mind. Go ahead.
She's very popular, so this is not really a surprise though. But again, it depends on how it's executed.
Yeah, it depends on how it is. I don't mind standalone movies as long as they're good or the same fashion. I mean, not everything's gonna be Civil War, where you have multiple heroes clashing together. It could be a nice street level story, like Daredevil, for instance, where he's not fighting super villains and trying to stop people from taking over the world. He's fighting criminals. He's fighting drug lords. He's doing all types of stuff. So they could always keep it to that if they don't think that going any bigger would work for them. So.
To kind of go off of what you're saying, and I know you're like a huge Daredevil fan, do you think they should maybe expand on Daredevil with a movie?
I don't know.
Yes.
I would like that, but at the same time, I don't mind. the Netflix format because it's a lot of time to flesh everything out in that runtime of 13 episodes. So I think that, and the violence, I don't know if they're gonna tone it down or not. Just make it R if that's the case, because making it anything else at this point is kind of pointless. So that's what I think about it, to be honest.
And real quick. I was just gonna say real quick that as far as like making it rated R, we've seen Deadpool be successful and it was rated R, so it's not like they can't do it.
Yeah, impossible.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's their movie division is kind of weird. It's like for the Netflix stuff for Marvel, they don't mind doing fuck all in that. They do everything they want to show. But for the movies, they're usually like PG-13. They really haven't put out any hardcore R-rated movies just yet. But I'm hoping that changes in the future because, like I said, I kind of want to see Blade on the silver screen.
Yes.
Unless they like either reticulate him to Netflix or not, it remains to be seen. But that's what I kind of want to see, because there's some rumors going around saying they have Moon Knight, Blade, and Ghost Rider Netflix series in the works.
Moon Knight hype.
Ghost Rider.
Yes.
Ghost Rider.
Without Nicolas Cage, thank God.
Yeah.
Better character.
What about Howard the Duck?
Man, get out. You know
I
what?
need to see it.
Howard the Duck is actually canon to the MCU. Can you believe it? Can you fucking believe it?
Fuck.
He's the hero we all need.
No.
Howard the Duck.
Oh, there we go. I don't know why the.
Actually, Ryan, we need to watch that movie for the
For the
God,
cinematic
no.
experience.
for the duck.
Hey, it is a spoiler cast. Yeah, it's our next movie. How'd you know?
So yeah, duck titties. Okay, all right, Reapers. All right.
You're into that. You're into corn.
Get the fuck out. Yeah, the band. Yeah. Okay.
What did I just get back to?
You don't need to know.
We were talking about Howard the Duck, and someone suggested we watch it.
Fuck no.
No, do not watch that. No. Who
George
said
Lucas
that?
made that movie.
James,
No, I didn't. Reapers did.
you piggybacked, asshole.
Reapers,
Because it was
man.
Okay, move on, please, before it gets even weirder. Move on.
All right,
What
so
haven't we answered?
I think we're on the last question, which is 13. I'll take this one. To wrap up, what would be your personal rating and recommendation for Captain America: Civil War? A plus.
A must buy. A
Must
plus,
buy?
must buy. Go get it now. Slap your wife if you have to.
An S rating.
Triple S.
Triple S,
Extra
right?
stylish.
Super fucking stylish.
Yeah.
Get that fucking DVD day one.
Yeah. It's
Buy
that
that
good.
shit on Blu-ray.
I'm actually gonna buy it. I'm not gonna lie. I saw the movie. I thought it was a bundle of fun. I'm actually gonna buy it on Blu-ray. And I usually don't get Blu-ray movies, physically. But now I'm gonna change that opinion thanks to Captain America: Civil War. So, there you go.
Yeah, they deserve your money.
What about you, Kaneki? What do you think of it? Would you recommend it?
Yes.
There you go. Movie was really damn good. So, alright, this wraps up this spoiler cast. It's pretty fun. I think the next movie we're probably gonna do is Deadpool.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, give our thoughts on that because, I haven't personally seen it, but I really, really want to check it out and give my opinion on it. A lot of people like it, so I might as well get
Ren
into
will
it.
be touching himself when he sees that movie.
Yeah, I would, man. I love that.
Deadpool will be watching.
I'll be touching myself to a bottle of dishwater. Okay, then. So, this wraps up this Preemptive Strike spoiler cast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And we will see you all next time. Later.
Alright.
Take care.
Bye.
Get wrecked, Iron
Bye,
Man.
idiots.
Hashtag bitch bacon.
That I said too.
Well, you know what? I'm recording now, and I'll add this little tidbit at the end of the podcast. So yeah, Aunt May was hot. She is a MILF. She is a lovely MILF. If she went around in lingerie and a thong like she did in The Wrestler, then I would thoroughly enjoy that.
God damn.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And then
Yeah,
fucking Captain America went over there trying. He was like, "I banged your grandmother, and I'm gonna bang you."
Thank you. Yeah. Hey, baby, you look old for me, so I'm going to your granddaughter, so peace.
Yeah. Captain America was a player, and like I said, Marissa told me, call me, baby. My number is 1-800 long dick, and I will pleasantly make your acquaintance.
Jesus.
Savage, man. This is a savage experience here.
If it was Jesus.
Oh man.